Welcome back, Knights fans, and welcome back to another edition of the Pete Cinella Show. And as always, we're joined by the head coach of the FD Women's Basketball Program, Coach Cinella. Coach, how are you?
How are you, Chris? Good.
Doing all right. Coming off your two tough losses, the Northeast Conference action, you started out 3-1 before falling on the road at St. Francis, Brooklyn, and then falling at home to LIU, Brooklyn, both by 8 points. In your mind, what were the reasons you saw your team defeated?
Well, these past two games, we really got out-rebounded by a pretty good margin. And rebounding is so important for us. It leads to our fast breaks. And also, we're not shooting the ball particularly well this season, but that's fine if we can out-rebound people. We did take care of the ball. We shot the ball well from threes. But really, it was the rebounding area that really, was a struggle for us.
I mean, you said you shot the ball well from three. You shot almost 48%. What other positives could you take out of the two recent?
Well, we kept our turnovers low in the LIU game, which was important because they're a very athletic defensive team. And in both games, we showed, some really good spurts, where we came back against St. Francis, New York, down double digits. Our great start against LIU, 21-10. But we just got to find ways to play harder and better and smarter for 40 minutes and not just in spurts.
Now, one person who had a good game against LIU was sophomore My Register, who came off the bench, scored 13 first-half points, and ended the game with 16. Mm-hmm. It seems like she's been up and down in the games she's played in, but overall, how has she helped the team out?
Well, she brings a lot of energy to our team, and if you look, she's already one of our top players in steals, despite missing over half the games, and assists. So that was the first game she really got in a rhythm offensively, and we just probably got to play her more and get her on the court more and getting her more in a rhythm because she can really help the team out.
Another player you had come off the bench that game was Tiffany Grant. She has played sporadically this year, but can you talk about her play and what you expect from her the rest of the season?
Well, we need a good role player that does a lot of little things well, and if Tiff continued to play, she did a really nice job in the last game. Takes charges, hustles for rebounds, and feeds the post, and if she keeps that up, she's going to see more and more action as the year goes on.
Well, our own Gavin Neville had a chance to sit down with Tiffany.
Thanks, Chris. Tiffany Grant joins us now here on the Pete Cinella Show. And Tiffany, since you came back from the new year, it's been all NEC games. So can you talk a little bit about the difference in the intensity from non-conference as opposed to NEC?
I feel like it's pretty much the same. I mean, conference play, it gets a lot more serious than non-conference, but we take every game as serious as the other.
In the last couple games, coach has kind of opened up his bench and had a lot more players play. What does that do for the whole team and the confidence?
I feel like it gives the bench a lot more confidence to actually play a lot. We do better as a team when everybody's involved, and we give each other a lot more energy.
We were talking a little bit before, but you have an interesting major and an interesting career path you want to take. Can you tell us a little about what you're doing here and what you want to do after FDU?
Well, I'm a bio major. I want to be an orthodontist, which is dealing with braces. I had braces for 3 years in my life. I've always wanted braces, even when I was.
You wanted braces?
Yeah, I wanted braces. I was just always interested.
Well, as a biology major, how much does that interfere with your time on the court?
Not much. I mean, it's bio major. It's a lot of work, a lot of homework, a lot of tests, studying, of course, but I get in here as much as I can. And
know that you're from the Baltimore area.
Okay.
You said you're not a Ravens fan, but do you think they have a chance in the Super Bowl?
I actually do. I hope Ray Lewis gets it before he retires. He's retiring.
He is. All right, well, Tiffany, thanks for checking in with us. And back to you, Chris.
Thanks, Gavin. Now, next up, you have a very tough challenge, probably one of your toughest of the year, where you go up to Hamden, Connecticut to play on first place Quinnipiac, who's 6-0 in the NEC, 15-2 overall. They're steamrolling their opponents. The game's going to be on national TV on Fox College Sports, be streamed on ESPN3. So it's your chance for an opportunity for your team to maybe do something. What are the biggest challenges that Quinnipiac will give you, and what do you need to do to potentially pull off the upset?
Quinnipiac's a tremendous team. We're happy to be on national TV. It's the first time we've been on in a while. And the key with Quinnipiac is they overwhelm you with their depth. They're a great offensive team. They have a lot of different weapons. And they're one of these teams that has a complete package as far as the fast break, the inside low post, high-low game, as well as the outside shooting. So we did beat them last year. It was probably our best overall effort last year, particularly in the second half. And we have to find a way to really get the ball inside against them, try and out-rebound them. You know, it's been very tough. They're a good rebounding team. And really to not let them get in a groove on offense. They have a lot of weapons, so you got to try and keep them all out of rhythm.
Well, you said last year when you played them, you beat them at home. I believe it was by 3, if I recall. But the sophomores now that were freshmen then played a lot in that second half.
They sure did, yeah.
Now, do you think that will help them in terms of this game?
Hopefully it'll give them a little bit of confidence. We knew from that game last year we got to use our depth. You got to play 10 players and try and keep up with Quinnipiac's athleticism and depth. And in that game we did play a lot of our bench, and that really helped us score 50 points in the second half.
And then you guys play Monmouth after that. Can you just tell us a little scouting report, what you know about them maybe from the past or this year?
Monmouth's a veteran lineup that's been playing very well lately. They've had some good wins, and they've been very tough at home. We were able to pull out a game last year at Monmouth. It was a great game in front of well over 1,000 people. So we're looking forward to going to their arena, and they're a very tough team, and it should be a good battle.
Okay, well, that's all the time we have for this edition of the Pete Cinella Show. And Coach, good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
And please tune in next time for another edition on the women's basketball program.